How's it going, guys? In this video we're going to be taking a look at the NECA Ultimate Ghostface figure from the film Scream, released in 1996. This figure actually was released in 2020 and obviously is depicting Ghostface from the film. So I did pick this up from a fellow collector in one of the Facebook toy groups that I'm a part of, so shout out to them. They were selling it at a great price. So the box is a little dinged up, but I mean, for what I got it for, I'm super happy with it. I have mentioned before, so disclaimer, I'm not the biggest fan of the Scream film franchise, but ever since I saw this figure come up, I was curious about it, and yeah, so I saw it at a great price, so I just had to pick it up. So with that, let's go ahead and get a quick look around the box, get it opened up, and we'll get a better look at the figure. So for starters, guys, I like just the basic look of the cover of Ghostface, Ultimate Ghostface action figure. On the side, we have a photo shot of the figure, Ghostface, NECA Real Toys logo. On the back, we have another photo shot of the figure and some of the different accessories. It does come with a glow-in-the-dark mask. Ghostface, again, as I mentioned before, there is a little bit of damage on the box, but again, got it for a great price, and it was helping out a fellow collector that was selling it. So I'm not really too upset about that. So but beyond that, another photo shot of the figure, Ghostface, NECA Real Toy logo. So let's go ahead and got a full shot of the figure there, and then there's the figure in all its glory, and it's got some really cool accessories. So another reason why I wanted to pick this guy up. Yeah, just seeing this out in the wild and stuff like that, I was just like, I was just wanting it more and more. So with that, guys, let's go ahead and get them opened up and get a better look at the figure. Alright, guys, so let's go ahead and get right to it. So for starters, I'd say getting them out of the box was pretty simple compared to other NECA figures. Usually they're like completely shackled by like plastic and everything. This one actually didn't have any of that, and I did check the box, so it didn't look like the box had been opened or anything. I checked all the tape, everything looks still pretty sealed. So this was pretty easy getting them out of the box, and I'm pretty much digging this figure already. I'm really glad I picked him up. But as for the head articulation, he does have the soft goods hood, so you would have to pull that back, and head does rotate all the way around. Does look down really well, and does look up pretty good. Has a nice head tilt, really solid head tilt. So I really dig the articulation there. As for the arm does come up 90 degrees. It does, I assume, can go all the way around. The soft goods cloak does kind of hinder a little bit of that movement, but if you take off the cloak, the arm does rotate all the way around. It doesn't seem like there's any upper bicep rotation. It does feel like there's double joint in the elbow, and the wrist does rotate all the way around, as well as back and forth, not too much, might be a little stiff. So the other arm, same thing, does come up about 90 degrees. Once again, arm should be able to rotate all the way around, but again, the soft goods cloak or hood kind of hinder that movement. It does have double joints in the elbow, a little bit stiff, and rotation of the wrist. And again, the wrist doesn't seem like it goes back and forth too well. Probably just because it's stiff. Brand new out of the box, at least I think it's brand new out of the box. As for the torso articulation, fortunately it doesn't have too much rotation, or even too much of a crunch. It seems like it could, but it's like pretty stiff here. So not gonna force it and have a video for you guys. But beyond that, really digging the figure so far. I do like the mold of the pants here. It looks like does come up really well. Does go back fairly well, and does come out to do the splits. There is a little bit of rotation at the upper thigh. There is single joint in the knee. Seems kind of stiff, so I'm not going to force it. It does feel like there is rotation at the knee. Yeah, there is rotation at the knee. And then it does have rotation in the foot. It does have a nice, decent ankle rocker back and forth. I do like the mold of the boots. I have to point that out. I think they were pretty solid. But the other leg does come up really well, does go back fairly well. Once again, single joint in the knee, rotation in the knee, a little bit stiffer on this one, so I'm not going to force it, guys. And foot does rotate all the way around, has a decent ankle rocker, not too much in the way of back and forth, just because of the way the pants are molded. So with that, guys, actually let me say I think the pants are molded pretty well, and the shoes, like I mentioned before, love the coloring on the boots there, really nice. But yeah, beyond that, guys, let's go ahead and get him off to the side and get a better look at his accessories. As for his accessories, guys, he comes with two extra hands, and I have to say they're pretty basic, but they seem pretty solid. One is a more open gripped hand, and the other one is just a solid gripped hand for the accessories. Not much to them, but they do a pretty good job. You can see a little bit of the wrinkles in the gloves there, so not too bad. NECA did a pretty good job with the mold on these. So again, pretty basic, pretty simple, but still pretty solid. Up next, guys, he figure does come with the voice modulator, little voice box that gives him that iconic voice. Really solid attention to detail on this. Really small detail on this too. Really dig it. I don't know if the camera picks it up well enough, but it has like the little different color buttons there, and you see the little speaker there on the side, or on the back rather. But yeah, really solid piece. I'm glad NECA decided to include this with this figure. Next, guys, he comes with a big Bowie knife, which absolutely looks cool, man. I really dig the wood grain there. The the blood wash that they put on the blade itself looks really solid. Looks kind of like yeah, like fresh, and I love the coloring on it, man. Even this the chrome silver look on the blade looks really nice. But again, NECA knocks it out of the park with their accessories. As you can see, the wood grain there on the handle looks absolutely incredible. Up next, we have another knife, guys. This one is a little bit smaller, but again, really solid detail on this. The little handle is solid black. Really dig that. You can see the little lines there on the hilt or the handle, and again, they have that nice, really solid blood wash color on it. Really nice. You can even see like a little smear there. I don't know if that's a QC issue or if that's how they put it, like if it's dripping down. Up next, guys, we have bloody butcher knife, and I have to say NECA really kills it again, man. I love the blood wash that they did there. That just a little bit, it's not as much as the other one. I don't know if the camera picks it up well enough, but you see the little rivets there in the handle there. The coloring, again, I love this detail that NECA puts into it. Just really pops against the red wash. Up next, guys, we have probably one of my favorite weapons that it comes with, and it's like a giant scythe, and this thing looks absolutely killer, man. You can see it's got like some wear there, or some sort of like a rust coloration. Really dig that. The coloring there, I mean, even the wood grain looks absolutely incredible, man. Again, NECA just kills it with their accessories, and I am super impressed with this figure. I'm really glad I picked it up. Up next, guys, he has 3 extra head sculpts. First one we'll take a look at is this blood splattered head sculpt. Yeah, the mask has that nice little blood splatter on it. Really solid, really nice. And the texture on the hood is just really cool. It has like a little texture to it. But yeah, really solid detail on this, guys. It really pops against the white, in my opinion. Up next, guys, comes with a sort of like a stone or almost like a rotted mask. Yeah, I really love the coloring on this. Love the cracks there. The attention to detail is absolutely insanely cool. Again, it does have like a texture feel to it, so really solid, guys. This one's probably like my favorite, probably one of my favorite masks of this figure. And finally, guys, he comes with the glow-in-the-dark head sculpt, which love the green coloring on this too. I haven't tested it yet because obviously it's just out of the box, so I'll definitely see if I can get some pictures of it glowing in the dark. But that green looks really cool. Almost looks like, if you've seen the movie, you know that there's like a fictional film, Stab. Almost has that green coloring from that Stab poster. So really solid, guys. Again, has that textured feel to the rest of the hood. But yeah, I mean, it's basic, but it really pops. The green really pops, in my opinion. Lastly, guys, I wanted to bring in another figure that is a part of the Wes Craven film universe, or films that were done by Wes Craven. I don't believe I mentioned it before, but obviously, if you know Ghostface, you know the original was done by the master himself, Wes Craven. Here we have Freddy Krueger from... This one is actually the Nightmare 3 Freddy, but I mean, Wes Craven is also the mastermind behind Freddy Krueger. So I thought I would kind of bring him in, give us a size comparison and stuff like that, and share the stage with another icon. So as you can see, pretty much the same size. I will say myself, as I've mentioned before, I'm not the biggest Scream fan, but I am a fan of Nightmare on Elm Street. So yeah, I'm kind of biased, and I and I love Nightmare 3. So definitely, I'm biased towards Freddy Krueger. But with that, comment down below. Let me know what you thought of the figure. Are you a fan of the Scream film franchise? Which is your favorite? Which is your least favorite? And which is your favorite of Wes Craven's films? As I said, me personally, I would have to probably go with the original Nightmare on Elm Street. I really do love New Nightmare. I think he did a really great job on that one. And another film I think gets not enough credit is Shocker and Deadly Friend. Huge fan of those films too. But yeah, let me know in the comments which is your favorite Wes Craven film. Beyond that, if you're new to the channel, feel free to like, share, subscribe. If you're not new to the channel, thanks again for coming back and for the continued support, guys. I really, really appreciate it. Until then, we'll see you in the next video. Take it easy and have a good one.